Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and today we're going to be playing some more Plague Inc. Evolved. Look at this Parasite. He's going to wiggle into your bum and take over your body. Actually, I think that might have been the Neurax worm. But either way, we're going to be doing the Parasite today, which means that we're going to have to insert some nice genes here. Last time we unlocked this Chitochrome Surge gene, which is probably going to be more useful than the ATP boost. And we've also got these other two. And I think today we're going to probably go for Parasite again, because that's probably, again, going to be slightly more useful than the travelling across land. Just for spreading across different countries' borders. We're going to go for normal, as always, and today we're going to call this the power of dance. Wonderful. I remember I said in the first episode of Plague Inc. that I really wanted everyone to be dancing until they died, so why not actually do it today? The power of dance is going to infect the world. New Parasite, we need to escape, spread everywhere and take over everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for another country in Africa, mostly because hot is good, especially as a starting location. We've done a lot of things in Africa, I do realise. We've also started in India before, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to maybe start in Saudi Arabia today. It's kind of not Africa, which goes against what I just said, but whatever. The power of dance begins to spread in Saudi Arabia. It's infected the first person, weak but used to hot temperatures. Got to evolve that DNA, man. Okay, so let's have a little look, because I've not played this before, and I'm not sure whether they've changed things up. The transmission looks fairly normal, as does the symptoms, and the abilities are also back to normal. We've got the symbiosis though. Parasite becomes more in tune with the host, making it less likely to be noticed. Okay, so it's sort of like a stealth tactic. Fair enough. The power of dance is a parasite. Parasitic lifestyles prevent the player getting DNA points by infecting people. DNA bubbles are the best way to get points. Okay, so we're going to have a restriction on how many points we get, which makes, actually, the fact that I've put on that, what is it called, the cytochrome symptom thing, even more important, because we're going to get even more points from bursting the bubbles, which is absolutely wonderful. So as you can see, it's starting to spread across Saudi Arabia. North Korea uses peace rockets to save the International Space Station once again. My god, okay, well let's speed this up. How many times North Korea are going to save the world? I have no idea. It doesn't seem very realistic. The power of dance is spreading from person to person in Saudi Arabia and will grow exponentially. You control the plague indirectly by evolving it. Okay, so here we go. We've got our first orange DNA bubble. And what I want to do is I want to focus on transmission first, as you can imagine. We're going to go straight for water. Now, as this is pretty standard, I don't have to read into all these weird differences they make in the transmission tree. So we can just carry on just like normal. Standard game tactics as the bacteria I think I'm going to use. I'm going to stick with transmission. Maybe put a little bit of drug resistance in there to begin with as well. And then just go for heat and cold resistance, because I think that there are two ways that you can play this. You can either go for these ones, like bird, rat and mosquito and all this lot, or you can just stick to the air and water and also heat and cold, and I think that's what I'm going to do today. So let's just go straight for air transmission 1. Perfect. So hopefully we'll start spreading across a border soon and increase the amount of points we're getting each turn, which is very good. I think we need a few more points, and I think I'm just going to go straight for, it's infected hundreds now, which is absolutely wonderful. We're going to go straight for water 2 and air 2. And maybe extreme bioaerosol, but we might not even need to do that much. But let's go for air 2 now, as we can actually afford it. Pop this bubble, get a few more DNA points coming in. Actually, I'm really happy of how successful this series seems to be with you guys. I've really enjoyed playing it. It's a very different game. I think it was first released actually on mobile devices. Now infected thousands in Saudi Arabia. Everyone's dancing in the streets at the thought of Plague Inc. That's what's going on. Look, it's actually just been transferred to, is that China? Yep, China is now infected. It's going to be very good. It's also gone to France and South Africa, which is going to help massively. So we've got a few more points now. Let's go for water 2. And then I think what we're going to try and do is, just because I get really freaked out at this point in the time, we're going to go for the drug resistance. I can't help it, okay? We're in America now, and we're actually starting to spread pretty much everywhere in one massive surge. Oh god, I didn't mean to open that. Stop opening it! I'm trying to click on this thing. Okay, so let's now start spreading into maybe drug resistance 1, just so we've got a start on that. And I think we're going to go for cold resistance as well, because we're starting to spread into the European countries, and as always, need a bit of cold resistance to go up there. Got Canada as well. Well, that was quite quick on the Canada front. It's quite an infectious disease. It's more infectious than TB. Look at this. Okay, we've got even more points now. We can go for heat 1. Maybe cold 2 first, though, because cold seems good. And then we'll go for heat resistance. So they're questioning whether to hold the Olympics. They actually infected Iceland already, which is a very strange order. I wasn't expecting it to take this This order of things, very strange. Okay, well, I'm not going to complain. It seems like Saudi Arabia has done a fantastic job at spreading things via aircraft. There might actually be something to do with the fact that I had that aircraft DNA boost thing. I don't even know what it's called, but we're going to ignore that fact. And actually, it's infected more people than HIV, and they're going to start finding research for it, finding a cure. We need 26 points to get Heat 2, which is what I'm going to focus on. Oh my god, look at this spreading. Okay, well, we've definitely got enough for Heat 2 now, and I think what we're going to do is, I'm thinking maybe Symbiosis, just to keep it staved off on the research front so they can't find it anywhere. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, we'll go for Symbiosis 1, and I'm thinking, I guess we could just go for Symbiosis 2. More likely to be transmitted and less likely to be noticed. That always sounds like a very good thing. Oh no! Did I miss that? No, we just got the New Zealand one. I was very surprised. It went away very quickly. London Olympics back on! The Olympics will begin soon despite the power of dance. Damn you, power of dance. Ruining everything. Will people bring the disease to the UK? I think they might do. Okay, well we can actually start affording some more stuff. Power of Dance has mutated and developed the anemia symptom without using DNA points. Now we could start going against this, devolving things, more infectious than the common cold, and in fact I think I might do this. Do we get any points back for doing this? Devolve? Yeah, okay, we're just going to do it, because I feel as though, even though this isn't prone, the Parasite, to evolving these randomly, I feel it's more important to keep a low profile at this point in time. So we're going to now go for low profile number 2, that's what I'm renaming it, and we've also got Symbiosis 3, which might be worth it, but it seems like a lot of points to push into that area. And tell you what we could do, we could go for drug resistance 2, or even genetic rehardening. I always call it rehardening, what's wrong with me? Hardening. It's not re-anything, it was never soft. That's what she said. London Olympics infect the UK. People infected with the power of dance came to London and spread their disease. They should never have gone ahead. Those damn dancers! They're street performers now, outside joining the jazz hands from last time. Oh dear god, okay, we need 32 points, which I think we might get very soon. Oh dear god, I think Brazil is having a tough time of it right now. Everyone's out on the streets dancing. Everyone thinks it's just a Brazilian festival that they keep holding every year. I don't know anything about Brazilian culture, I do apologise. But good thing is, it's starting to spread everywhere quite quickly, which is fantastic. So let's go for genetic hardening number 2. Okay, well I didn't actually mean to get that one. I meant to click on drug resistance 2, but I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run. But what we're going to do now is I think they should be enough to spread across the entire world. We haven't got Greenland yet, which is a bit of a pain. One thing I really liked about the last one, the what's it called, the Neurax worm? So you could like spread the spores about. Was that the Neurax worm? I can't even remember. I think it was. And research is currently at 2% as well, which is fine with me. France, I think we've infected every country. We haven't actually infected every person yet, but that's not really an issue. It's got little worms crawling around. Rash symptom mutated. I think I might devolve that just because it's not going to help anyone. We want to go straight for total organ failure anyway once we get to 100% annihilation of healthy humans. Okay, out of the world, we've got over 6.4 billion people now. We've got a few who are still healthy, 9% of the total population in the world. That's just about 702 million, which we could... I think we're fine. To be honest, I think we've probably done this. Threat level has been increased by the World Health Organization due to the power of dance being extremely rapid evolution, causing DNA instability. The power of dance, man. Like, you don't want to get in the way of the power of dance. You can do a lot with the power of dance. You can attract a woman to be your wife, because that's definitely how it works in real life. I met my girlfriend through the power of dance. I literally just did some hip thrusts at her on the street. We'd never met before. First she was a bit turned off, but then she just couldn't resist the hip thrusting. Because, I tell you what, that is certainly a way to attract any person. Severe storms strike heavily populated areas in Brazil, who analysts warn of crop and property damage. Good! Okay, and we're starting to go into the cold countries now, which is obviously going to help a lot of stuff. I think it's just a waiting game now. If we speed this up slightly, I'm not even too worried now if we start getting a bit more research going on. It's been placed on the WHO watch list. Although not very dangerous, governments warned that this more deadly strain could appear. Yet they do not know the power of dance is very deadly. You know, several months have passed at this point, and it's taken several months to get, you know, this infectious, which means that people have been dancing this whole time, constantly, which is no wonder they're all going to die soon. Okay, so we've almost infected every single human on the planet now, so we could start investing in some death time. Could go for death time. Let's go for death time, shall we? I always like to make sure that I've got that very last person first, though. Power of Dance needs to evolve to kill. Okay, well, we know that. Thank you very much. We could actually now start going for this. Coughing. Coughing is good. Pneumonia. We could even go for sneezing, because this is still on the way to total organ failure. Go for immune suppression as well, which is going to increase our severity. And then we're just going to wait, because I want to wait until everyone is infected. First death in the Balkan States. First death from the Power of Dance been confirmed in the Balkan States. Bad luck at the beginning of something terrible. Something terrible is not the Power of Dance, I'm sorry. Okay, the research speed is starting to go up quite quickly now. We're already there? Okay, well they're starting to research quite a bit now, which is going to cause a few problems. But that's cool. I think we might even just go for maybe genetic reshuffle. 25 though, it's quite expensive to do this. Let's go for total organ failure. Let's just go for it. These worms, they're ready to kill. They've wormed their way into your butt. Oh dear God. Okay, 25%. If we need to, we can start devolving some other stuff. It's killed more people than the Black Death. We've also got the nausea symptom now, which is going to help slightly. Got to pop these bubbles. Fight the cure. Okay, well we know to do this. Thank you very much. Killed more than the Spanish flu. It is worrying me. It's killing very quickly. It is worrying me that there's still 8 million people without it. Killed more than smallpox. Global focus on research cure. 50% complete. I think we're going to actually have to slow this down now. So let's go for genetic reshuffle 1, which is going to help hopefully slow it down. Here we go. It's taking it down to 45%. There's no healthy people left. Okay, let's kill everyone, for God's sake. Right, so now we're going to go for coma. You're going to go for maybe paralysis. That seems good. Oh no, systematic infection. Perfect. And maybe even tumours. Tumours seems like a good one. We just want to kill everyone as quickly as we possibly can. And I think this is probably quite good. I think this is probably fine. We could go for some more. Insomnia would be good. Cysts. This is just all infectivity stuff. We want to increase the deathliness. I guess we could go for pulmonary fibrosis. Can't ever say that. There we go. Right, Turkey begins to break down. They're not going to be able to do much more research because everyone's going to be dying off so quickly. Look at this! Look how quickly everyone's dying. Saudi Arabia in anarchy. We can make this even more deadly because why not? I do like making things as deadly as possible. Oh, look at this. Internal hemorrhaging. Perfect! Oh, look at that. I mean, if people are dying that quickly, that is slightly worrying. The world is going dark! And this has been a very quick episode, I have to say. I'm getting the hang of this now. It seems that they're all fairly similar, these strains of viruses. It does seem a bit strange that they all do pretty much the same thing. Let's make this even more deadly, just because we can. Go for fever. I guess that's not really the most exciting one I'd go for. Skin lesions, meh. Diarrhea, that sounds like fun. Diarrhea. I like if you get certain combinations in this game, if you get diarrhea and also... well, speaking of which, look at this. Oops, symptom combo. Sneezing and diarrhea are causing unwanted accidents, lowering productivity and drawing attention to the power of dance. Tell you what, if you dance too much, you just shit yourself. That's how it works. In severe cases of dancing, that is definitely how it works. The world is broken down, and yeah, as I was saying, it's to eradicate humans. But yeah, as I was saying, it seems really cool that they get these like little combos in there. Like I know if you have insanity and also diarrhea, then people start like shitting on the streets, which is quite funny. The power of dance has had its genome fully sequenced by scientists, who researchers say that this breakthrough will help cure efforts. Okay, well I think considering that pretty much everyone's just died, that's not going to help that much. Parasite victory, look at this. The power of dance has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Lovely, it only took us 740 days. I feel as though that was quite an easy one to do. I think if you pretty much stick for the transmission first of the hot and cold, and also just the general air and water transmission, keep all the symptoms away so that people don't find you and everything else, it seems pretty easy. Okay, well the power of dance eradicated humans quite easily. So let's exit now. We've got a few more plagues and genes discovered. Metabolic jump, gene type, and the prion plague type have been discovered and unlocked. Okay, well, let's have a little look at these, because I don't know what they actually do. Prion? What is a prion? Slow, subtle, and extremely complex pathogen hidden inside the brain. Ah, it's another brain thing. It's horrible. I've actually only got 3 more of these after the prion. A necrovirus, a nanovirus, and a bioweapon. Oh, a bioweapon would probably be quite cool. Okay, and we've got the new gene type discovered here. We've got metabolic jump, which I'm assuming is in here. Okay, to get more DNA from popping red biohazard bubbles. So this is from orange and this is from red. Not the most exciting, I guess that could be quite helpful. Not actually sure whether you get more red bubbles overall or the orange ones. Maybe if you know, post a comment, because that might be more useful for next time if we do metabolic over cryptochrome. Anyway, this seems like a good place to end. If you enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave your support in the comment section below, leave ratings, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, awkward, goodbye. Awkward.